Okay, we're going to look at this play here. I have it stopped right at the end of the last play because I wanted to make sure you guys saw these hand motions they're getting ready to do right now. So look at all these hand motions these guys are doing. They're all communicating, and it basically has to do with this stack over here on the right side. Pretty sure they're playing zone here, and they're basically talking about how to deal with this weird stack over here. Because basically we have Tyler Warren lined up in his normal inline tight end spot right off of the left tackle, and then we have two receivers stacked on top of him. Normally this is out here, so this is a very odd alignment, and it's probably a better run alignment because we're closer in line. And we have two of our best blockers on this side in terms of the specialists, Tyler Warren and Pittman. So let's let this play run through once so everybody can see what happens. Then we'll talk about it. So Jones sends Gould in motion here, trying to get the defense to tell him something. The defense is kind of telling us that we're in man-to-man here by that guy following him. Then we play fake, and then just a little pass over to Pittman for a walk-in touchdown, basically. So what happened there? Why was Taylor so open on that play? All right. So basically, as we said, this is at the end of a long drive where we had run the ball very effectively, but not passed the ball very effectively. So Jones sends Gould in motion, and this safety right here kind of goes over to look like he covers him. Now, is he covering him? Well, that's a tough cover for a safety on a small, quick slot receiver with lots of room for Gould to come out here or to go in there or a slant. So I don't know. If I'm seeing this, if I'm Jones, I'm thinking either this guy's fresh meat and Gould would burn him on any kind of good route, or I'm thinking this is really zone and this guy is disguising the coverage by acting like he's coming out to guard Gould. All right. And that also gives them a little better run defense for the Chargers because now they have two guys out here. Now we have another guy following him over there. So if it is a run, they feel like they're more covered. So Jones is going to send Gould right back to where he came. So that's going to run the safety right back to where he was. And then they snap the ball. Now, at the snap, we can see all these dudes right here are pretty much selling out for the run. Okay? Then we got three dudes over here to guard the stack. But as you're going to see in a moment, they're pretty much just sitting out there doing nothing. So we're going to play fake to Taylor. And you notice all these guys completely selling out for the run. Now, this guy's job in this particular situation is to be watching for a run to Taylor, and he has responsibilities there. But he also has responsibilities to rush the passer if it's a play action fake pass. And his job is to, in case this is an RPO, if Jones decides to keep this and run out here, this guy's job is to keep Jones contained, keep Jones from running outside of him. The thing is he has no responsibilities whatsoever for Pittman, who's coming across the formation instead of going out on a pass route. And you can see here, the only receiver coming out for a pass route on this side is Gould, and Tyler Warren stays in the block. So basically, you have three guys over here just doing nothing. They're not a factor on this play. So why is Pittman coming across? What does the defense think he's going to do? Well, in previous games and in this game itself, Pittman has come across like that, like a tight end, and chipped this dude. And that's what it looks like it's happening right now. Now, if we go another frame here, we see Pierce is coming across. He doesn't really look like he's running a route, does he? He's coming up the block. He's like looking at the guy that he would expect to block. And this guy can safely assume that Pierce is not running a route on this play because it's going to be a run play to Taylor coming right through this hole. However, that does not happen. Jones keeps the ball and is dropping back from a play action pass, and we can see Pierce stop. His look like he's blocking, and now he's going to look like he's running a route. He's going to whip back around over here like he's running to the pylon. But he ain't. He is shielding or blocking that receiver or that defensive back in a way that won't be called offensive pass interference. So now he looks like he's going out for a route, and he just happens to be completely in this guy's way, and this guy's primary responsibility is Pittman, and he cannot get to him. So we toss the ball easily over this defender's head, whose assignment is Jones, not Pittman, and Pittman is wide open, and they basically busted a zone defense near the goal line. This is one of the reasons that for years you never saw zone defenses in goal line situations, because they're so easy to overload and cause other problems with motion. And it wasn't until the defensive rules got a lot more complex to where they started being able to handle things like this. But you can use that complexity against them because usually when a professional athlete is thinking, he's not doing. Yeah, so the more you can get these guys to think, I mean, look how much stress this is causing over here, having this stack that in line. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dudes. More than half the defense is sitting over here, like looking at this, and nothing even happens on this side of the ball. So this is how the initial formation can distort the defense away and get them to be focused away from where you're actually running the ball or doing what you're doing. And, so we combine that stack with the motion, which basically told Jones this was a zone defense. Because honestly, if this guy is guarding Gould right here, he's going to say something to somebody because he doesn't come all the way across. He stops. He stops right about there, and he does not directly go to somebody over here and say, okay, now you have Gould, and I'm going to be over here doing whatever. He never even looks over there. So he puts his arm out, which could be a sign to another defensive player that they have Gould, but no one's looking at him. You can see all the faces are looking into the backfield. So that's either a fake or it's something we don't need to pay attention to because no one else can see it on the defense. So then they go snap the ball. These guys are selling out for the run. Pittman goes out. Looks like he's going to block. If Pittman had come out wider here and didn't look like he was going to block and had not been blocking in the exact same way in earlier games, this guy probably would assume something funky was going on and he would have guarded Pittman. Because he's in zone defense, there's nobody challenging him directly at the point where Pittman gets past the dude up here. Now, he does have some responsibilities if Pierce is coming in here doing an in, which he may have thought he was doing right at first, but he's not really looking at him. So he doesn't even see Pierce here. So Pierce looks like he's coming to block him because it's supposed to be a run through here. Jones keeps the ball. Pierce peels out and starts looking like he's running over to this goal or this pylon over here, and instead does an expert job of just being in the way. And that's how you manufacture a touchdown with your big-brained offensive coordinator and head coach.